week coming up, guys. Very busy week. Shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Sunday again, and possibly doing a sponsored show for a computer game. It's not great, but they're paying us. So very, very busy week. And if you've ordered, is my thumbs clicking? If you've ordered a postcard, they're addressed, they're ready to go. Catherine's going to come around and write them tomorrow. If you have ordered a cassette, well, I'm just taping cassette number 8 now. Side 2 of cassette number 8 is being done. The covers have all been done. Actually, that's not true. The covers haven't been done for the last 3. I apologize for that. As a lie. But they will. The others are enveloped and addressed. They will all. The first 10 will be. It does sound very. Something's going on. They will be sent out tomorrow, and then we will be releasing more. I will be putting another. We're doing them 10 at a time because it's a real pain in the butt to make them. Got to do it in real time. And the first few, I couldn't get the levels right, and I had to clean the tape heads. Go and have a look there. If you want to look at our wonderful, wonderful new merch, personalized videos by me or Catherine, or me and Catherine, cheaper than when I was on Cameo. Postcards, and there will be at some point tomorrow, there will be cassettes, bootleg cassettes of the fabled Brighton show will be happening. We'll be up there again. Only 10. We're doing them 10 at a time. This is the Late Night Alternative. Ollie, thank you for your sub. Tweetybird, thank you for your sub. Jimbo, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a nice stream. Did you have a nice stream? Can we come up with a new question? Because everybody does. I hope you had a nice stream. What were you playing? Oh, we've just been raided by Jim Bowen. We've just been raided by Jim Bowen. Is that how you say it? Did you have a nice stream? What were you playing? What did you get? What's your channel all about? I think we need a new kind of script. Tonight's drink, by the way, it's left over from my birthday. It's Belvoir Farm raspberry lemonade. And it's absolutely delicious. It's too hot. I don't really care what you're doing in the stream, Jim. He says it's a great stream, marbles and chat. I don't really care. But we just need. It's just manners, isn't it? It's just manners, and manners maketh the man. One of the greatest lines I ever came up with on the radio. And if you listen to the radio show, I'm not a fast line guy. I'm kind of talk for ages and hope we get on something funny. Catherine is, she's the line. She comes up with the lines. But one of the greatest things the funniest thing I ever said on the radio was, oh, here's an anonymous call. Let's see who this is. Yes. Get stuffed, you prick. You're a horrible, horrible, sexist, nasty prick. You're not funny. She's not doing the show tonight. You're not funny. You're an unpleasant belly. They can't hear you. Your microphone's turned off. You're not as clever or as funny as you think. You phone up with your withheld number and you think you're a tough guy. You're too scared to phone in. You're too scared to phone in without withholding your number. And that's sad. That's sad. Every single time that guy phones in with a withheld number because he's too scared. He's too scared. Hello, caller. Oh, hang on a minute. Just stop, because they can't hear you. They can't hear you. Something's gone wrong. Just say, oh God, no. Hang on, I'll call you back. That was genuinely a good call. You go in. I need to just. What is wrong with? I'm so close to knocking this on the head tonight. I really am. Is that going to make it so you can work? No. Oh, I'm so close. Not because of that first caller. That first caller was a Belchies. No, I'm so close to knocking it all on the head tonight. Really, I am. Let me just. You might see something change. I just need to grab that. I'm just gonna do it. That should. Ooh, baby. There we go. All right, let's call. You're gonna like this call. He's just gonna go straight into it. Here we go. Here we go. Now.
Call James Whale, James Whale,
Oh, he's
show on Talksport Radio.
Yeah.
Call James Whale, bam, 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 show on Talksport Radio. When's it on? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, 16. On medium wave, medium wave. Oh, James Whale,
Okay.
James Whale. Show on Talksport Radio. James Well. Love you, Ian.
I love you too. Thank you for being so good, and let me call you back when the computer system was broken. It was broken. So the best line I ever did on the radio was when we had a caller called Manny, and Manny had said something, and he said something like, "It doesn't hurt to be polite." And I came back, quick as you like. Manny, no, what was it? Manners maketh the manny. What was it? Can't even remember it now. Is that quick it was? It was with how caller guys calling in. I'm not answering it. A guy who has achieved nothing with his life phones up with a withheld number to just spout misogynistic crap? I don't think so, guys. Not on my watch. So 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I really haven't achieved much today. I did a tiny bit of gardening, but it was too hot. I finished reading a wonderful book about the Beatles bootlegs. I've got another volume of it to read. I have made the majority of your cassettes and addressed them. I've done something else. Oh, I did the mail out for the show. Sign up at ianandcatherine.com if you want to get the mail out, the schedules of the show. We did a lovely little show last night. And now we're here. Doing the show on a Sunday night. But it's too hot, really, isn't it? It's too hot, I think. But we'll give it a go. You can call in about absolutely anything you want. Because of our friend earlier on, we don't take withheld numbers anymore. We don't. It used to be just racists, and now it's just one a-hole that does it. Hello, Alistair.
Evening, Ian. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Can I just start by saying I really enjoyed last night when we spoke in the lounge all together.
It was lovely in the Discord. I really enjoyed that. There's a seed has been planted that we might do, that might become a semi-regular kind of thing, just hanging out in the Discord and chatting about something.
Because like you said, it was like a bit like a watch party, and you could do that like watch a film or something, and then say, "Oh, that was a good joke in the film" or something.
I can't remember if I listened to the rest of Alan Bezic. I think I fell asleep, then woke up at like 3 a.m. and rewound the BBC Sounds player. But then I think I fell asleep again. I don't really know. I'll have a little listen to it throughout the week, and we'll see where we get to.
Can I ask you advice, Ian?
Yeah, but I'm not in good advice giving mode at the moment. So I'll try my best.
Right. Okay. So I spoke to a friend a couple of days ago on the phone, and I've come off the call. It was kind of fine during the call. I ended it friendly enough, but I've got like resentment over what he was saying.
Okay.
Because I felt he was judging me about the drinking and why was I still driving? Why have I got a license? Why have I got a car? Well, that's nothing to do with him. The detail has got nothing to do with him, but I am. And he was saying, I was saying that I might go and see a mutual friend at the end of the month. And he said, well, why wait till the end of the month? I've spoken about the therapy I was doing. And he says, oh, well, I wouldn't do that, bringing all that up again. I mean, that's like, it's nothing to do with him, what I'm doing,
Why did,
it's my life, not...
If it's nothing to do with him, why did you tell him? And I agree with you, but I'm just curious, why did you tell him?
Well, he kind of said to me, "Oh well, what's happening? What's happening with you at the moment, Al?" And I said, "Well, I'm thinking the only significant thing that's happening is that really."
Yeah.
And he is a close friend in many ways, and he does know that I've had extra psychological support over the years.
So why is it you think you're upset by what he said? Because what he said is irrelevant. Doesn't matter. You say he says none of his business. What other people think of me is none of my concern. But it's upset you. So can we try and find out why you're upset by what he said?
I don't know. I mean, just then I was, am I kind of standing up for myself a bit more in a weird way? I don't know.
But that doesn't explain why you're upset. And I wonder, I'm just going to put forward an idea that may be absolute bollocks. And if it is, you can tell me. I wonder if you're upset because there's a part of you that thinks he's right.
Maybe. Yeah, possibly.
Is there a part of you that, I didn't quite get the drinking reference that you mentioned, but is there a part of you that thinks it is a waste of time that you're doing all of this stuff? I don't know, but an exercise I did recently was write down someone I really hated and write down 3 reasons why I hated them. And hate is a strong word, disliked. And then it was pointed out to me that I probably suffer from those 3 things myself, and they are bits of me that I dislike. And maybe you're upset because there is part of you, rightly or wrongly, that thinks he might have a point.
Yeah, I think it is quite complicated because we do have history where this guy, he's heavy duty on the old wacky backy, can I say?
You can certainly
say
that.
I think over the years it's kind of made him a little bit, paranoid at times.
Okay.
And I think he misreads situations. And there was a situation when I was staying over his that he misread, I thought.
Yeah.
But he blamed me and almost chucked me out of the house. And I'm not welcome back even to this day to stay over at his place.
You said he was a good friend. It doesn't sound like a great friendship.
No, I think it's unresolved stuff really, and maybe you're right.
Well, I don't know. But also the decision I would suggest you may have to make at some point is you've got 3 options, I guess. Do you carry on with it as it is? Do you attempt to resolve it, or do you walk away?
Yeah.
I guess those are the 3 things.
I think eventually I'm going to try and walk away because it's not really worth it for me.
Fair enough.
I mean, with becoming sober, I mean, this is part of the gang that we always meet up and got absolutely hammered over at the football. Well, I'm not going this year because I just don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
So there's a sense where that is the basis for me kind of changing my social life, really, in that sense.
That can scare people. When we get sober or clean or whatever, that can scare people because it often forces people to look at themselves and maybe see that they're not in such a great position. So people, when we get clean, and it's our choice, it's our thing to do, that we decide to get clean, some people can get very angry and very upset at that.
Yeah.
And that's their problem.
That's right. Yeah, which is, I've not kind of thought of that maybe that they want me to be the usual, pissed up guy in the corner, sort of.
Well, it helps them feel more comfortable.
They can take the piss out of me, which they used to do on a regular basis. So.
Right. And now you are you're slightly more alert, so that you stick up for yourself a bit, and that can be uncomfortable.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, I mean that makes sense. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I'm sorry you're not feeling it tonight. You said.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it tonight. I feel a little bit nauseous, a bit headachy. I'm guessing this is my new pills still because I've upped my dosage. I'm feeling. I was really looking forward to this weekend of having very little to do, and now the weekend's gone, and I just think, oh God, I feel like I've wasted it. I'm not feeling quite great, but I'm all right. We'll do this as long as I feel like I want to do this, and then we'll all go to bed or not, whatever.
Thing is also, it's
Yes.
not. It can be very boring, copying tapes. I know that. I used to do it. It's very boring.
It's been frustrating. It took me ages to get it to work properly. It wasn't working, but now it's running very, very smoothly. But I want these 10 done, and I want them out, and then we move on to the next 10.
Yeah, well, I'll be ordering one as soon as that.
Okay.
Your website changes to.
Probably
order.
be tomorrow morning. Probably after the show tomorrow. I would have thought. So keep your eyes peeled.
And like I said, I'm going to do research to see if there's anything in noises in the background that may have
spooky
unsound spirits.
Yeah, could be.
You
never know.
Infecting, especially the man who was a bell cheese.
Alistair, nice to talk to you. Thank you. We missed some phone calls. If I miss a call, I will call you back as soon as I can.
Welcome to the SMS text store from BT.
What?
You've won saved voice text.
Oh, we've got voice text.
First, saved message. Message from 079.
Okay. We go. Let's see what this message is.
To the message, press 1. To
I
skip, press 2.
Oh, I can't
To
do-
delete, press 3. Or for more information about delivery of
can't
text messages to
do-
landlines, press 4.
That. There we go.
Keep going, mate X.
Keep going, mate X.
Message sent today.
Okay, that was a text. Keep going, mate X. That was spooky. So, yesterday I went to visit my mum, and we were just going to go and sit in the garden. She lives in a care home, and we were going to go and sit in the garden because that's how it's been. And then I said, oh, by the way, I did a lateral flow test last night. I'm clean. They said, oh, and something amazing happened. For the first time since February of 2020. Do you want to hear it? Okay, well, this is exciting. It's Saturday morning. It's just gone 11, and I've come to my mum's care home to see her. What are we in? June the 12th, 2021. Down. And I took a flow test last night. I don't need to because I'm meeting her outside. And we sit in the garden, and she's in a care home, and we have a chat for 40 minutes, and that's that. It's lovely. But I came to the vestibule, and I buzzed in and had my temperature taken. And I said, oh, by the way, I took a flow test last night, just to let you know I'm clean. And I showed it to them. And they went, oh, so do you want to take Mum out then? I said, what? I said, do you want to take her out? And I said, am I allowed to? And they said, yeah. I said, I can take her out for a coffee. And they said, yeah. And I said, no thanks, don't fancy it. I'm joking. I said, yes, of course I would. I would love to. There's my friend Mark who lives there as well. I said, I'd love to. I'd love to take her out. And so I'm taking my mum out to Costa for the first time in, 16 months since February 2020, when this whole bullshit thing started. And they're just doing a lateral flow test on her, making sure that she's clear. And I'm going to cry a lot. I'm going to go and have a Costa coffee with my beautiful mum. And I'll record some of it for you. How about that? This is going to be a short one, but this is going to be magic. Okay, how do I pause this now? Oh, like this. I've just looked through. I've got a flask of coffee because I'm an old man. I've just looked through a window. See my mum has turned the corner from her wing and is coming out. I'm going to blow my nose now because this will take a while because she's quite slow. Even in her electric wheelchair. They had to turn the electric wheelchair down the speed because she's not a very good driver and too many people were being injured by her. Oh, she stopped. She's having a chat. This could be sometime. There might be... I wonder if they're saying that she can't go out. I wonder if there's beef. Oh God, I hope not. Let's see. I've got my mask on now, so I'm a bit muffled. They're taking a very long time to come down, which makes me wonder, has my trip out been curtailed? That'll be disappointing, but it'll be cool to see her still, you know, even if we're not allowed out. That'll be cool. I don't know if you can hear me with the mask on. I guess. Here she comes. Is she coming out? She's coming out the building. Hello.
Hiya. There you go.
I'm allowed to take you out
Yeah.
and spend your money. Hello, love.
We haven't got any out.
I've got money for her.
Oh,
Shall I give
right,
it to you when I come in, when I come back?
Have a go.
Lovely, thick enough.
And your mum's car.
We've got all the bits and pieces. How are you doing?
Have a lovely day, Linda. And
Yeah.
we'll see you later.
See you later.
You're right.
Take it easy, Mark.
Yeah, have a nice time.
Thank you, everybody.
See you, bye.
I'm allowed to take you out. I didn't know this. This is magic.
So lucky.
It's so nice to see you.
I know.
I don't know if I'm allowed to touch you, but we'll do that when we get to Costa. Would you like to come and have a Costa with me? Come on then, you drive. How are you doing? You look lovely. We can take the, let's not drive over there because you're going to hit the grass. We can take the mask off when we get into Costa and we sit down. Come around this way, love. We haven't done this for about 16 months. Actually walking on the pavement together. That's all right, man. Busy. Huh? I'm going to have a medium soy latte, please. That's to have him. Can I also get a medium cappuccino in a large cup? Is that okay? Thank you. Thank you. No, just the normal one, please. Thank you. That's all for now. Thank you, man. There we go. No. The feeling is quite incredible. I'm in Costa with my mum is outside, and we're getting coffee. I did the track and trace already. Thank you. And it's quite incredible. How do I feel? I feel sad. I feel elated. I feel like I want to cry. This is amazing. This is amazing. A very kind gentleman is going to bring it out for us. Oh God, it's so lovely to see you. Can't believe it.
Oh, it is. wonderful. Oh, yeah, I couldn't believe.
I didn't know I could take you out. Oh.
The quality wasn't great. It was up quite a busy road, but that was taking my mum out for the first time since February of last year, and it was a surprise, and it was lovely. And we went for coffee, and we went to Tesco, and then the next plan is for me and my sister the three of us to go out for lunch. Which would be awesome. I'm going to take her to the pictures as well at some point. We'll go and see a load of old crap because that's all that's on. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. Going to go to the pictures. And after that, we get the withheld number guy calling in to be rude and misogynistic. I don't think so, man. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to share your stories about the joys or the disappointments of lockdown, you're very, very welcome to. I'm kind of a little bit anxious, no more than a little bit. I'm nervous about lockdown being lifted and about going back to normality. There is part of me that likes the enforced not having to. I kind of miss lockdown 1, and I know I'm not alone. I miss lockdown 1, which is let's be honest, was the closest we came to a proper lockdown. And I miss that. I don't quite like all of this freedom, which is a nuts thing to say. You can give us a call about that if you want. 0203 286 6370. I'm guessing none of us have seen GB News. I mean, maybe that's why our numbers are down a little bit tonight, because GB News has started. GB News is very proud to be British, of course, despite the fact that Andrew Neil lives in France. And I think that none of the sponsors are based in the United Kingdom. So it's interesting. But it's another example of how we are all screwed. If you are anything slightly left of centre or more, we're screwed. What is there for us? There is The Guardian and there's the Daily Mirror. And that's it. That's it. That's all we've got to that's on our side, I guess is the way to phrase it. They've won. They've won. The alt-right, the extreme right, the far right, the mid to far right have won. And there's nothing. I'm not saying that's why I can't get a job in the radio. I don't think that's the reason. But they've won. They beat us. The slightly left of centre. Now, here's the thing. I thought I was a liberal, but I don't think I am. I think I've misunderstood what a liberal is, because isn't Boris Johnson isn't he described as a liberal? So I don't quite know. The left wing will always win. Well, we're not. It swings back and forth. It always swings back and forth. Dan Wooten's on now. Jesus, dear God. It doesn't. Isn't he described as a liberal? Boris Johnson. I don't know. I don't really understand how any of it works, if I'm completely honest. But I do know that we're losing. We're losing. And I don't see how that can change for the next 10, 15 years. All of the money is in hatred and division. That's where all the money is. There's no money to be made. I'm a testament to that. There's no money to be made in being loving and kind and celebratory, I believe is the correct pronunciation of that. There's nothing in it. There's absolutely nothing in it. 0203 286 6370. 70 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Don't forget, from July the 1st, we move to Patreon. If you want to see and hear the full shows, you'll have to go to Patreon. Someone will put a link in the chat. Hello, caller.
Hi, Ian. It's Stacey.
Hello, Stacey. How you doing? I take that question back. I take that question back because I don't like it when people ask it to me. So therefore, I cannot ask it to you. How may I help you?
Well, unfortunately, I'd already answered that, and I said I was okay, but that's fine.
Balls.
You got to be quicker than that.
Yes, man. Yes.
Listen, I can't make tomorrow's meeting, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for setting it up and creating such a wonderful group.
Yeah, I'm not a grown up. It's kind of after 5 months. It's my last one tomorrow. I'm handing it over, and it will become whatever it becomes. But it's been a gas doing it, and it's been interesting. And at some point in the future, I will do something like that again, but one where I might perhaps be a little bit more hands on as opposed to the passive.
Sure.
But it's been a gas.
It has, and I guess so. As you know, it's going to continue, and it's in really safe hands. Dave and Chaz have driving it forward, and we're all really excited about that. And of course, you're always welcome, and we hope to see you again. But yeah, I just want to say thank you. So I can't make it tomorrow. I've got lots of things going on at the moment, and I didn't want it to pass without kind of just extending that to you. I mean, for me, you created just an amazing support network, and it's kind of more than just a group of people. They're kind of comrades and friends and people who I enjoy spending some time with, and I'm really grateful for that. Sincerely grateful, and it wouldn't have happened without you. And I just want to say thanks, and that's kind of done now.
Good, thank you. I appreciate your kind words, and I'm glad that it's brought you some, I don't know, comfort, joy, peace. Put in the appropriate word that fits for you, Stacey. And thank you for letting me know that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the start of the year when you started, I was in just such an awful mess. I'm trying to move up to Scotland for my job, and there was all sorts of things going on. We had a leaky roof, and just everything just happened at once, and I kind of had a real bad breakdown, and you kind of swooped in at just the right time, and certainly those first couple were invaluable. They literally got me through the week, and it was really important to me that I attended, and that there was this kind of lovely group of people who listened without judgment, and it was wonderful. So thank you, and that's going to be.
May I pass a comment?
Of course.
I can say this now to you. Yeah. I've thought it from day one. You have the most amazing voice, Stacey. You have an incredible voice. I could listen to your voice, reading audiobooks, doing voiceovers for Dulux. I think you have a great voice. Take from that what you will, but you've got some voice on you, fella.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say.
Nice one, man.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but thank you.
Exactly. I don't know. I can offer you no advice, but thank you, Stacey. Thank you. So I organised this meeting. I'm not a grown-up for the last 5 months, where it was kind of like a little mental health check-in kind of thing, and it was sort of an experiment. It was I sort of had the idea and had it for ages and didn't do anything with it. I had it at the start of lockdown, and then I started to read a little bit about Ruby Wax, who'd organised something different. Dredge, I'll come to you in a second. And then I stopped reading about it. I thought, I don't want to read anymore because I don't want to be influenced by it. But I did it, and we did it for 5 months. And I've been thinking for the last 3 or 4 weeks that maybe it's time to kind of knock it on the head for me, my involvement in it anyway, and do some other bits and pieces. I'm training to be a counsellor, and I sort of need a bit more free time, so that I'm trying to get placement, which means I go and volunteer somewhere and do counselling for free, and I need to be able to say I'm free for a lot of the time, and that was kind of taking up a lot of the space. So I've handed it over, and it's interesting that it was an interesting experiment, and one that I'm very proud of, and one that did not go the way I was expecting it to go. It went off in a different way, and that's great, and that shows how things can be spontaneous, and it will go off in a different way when when it gets taken over from Monday. So that is that. Sefnman says, please don't say lockdown 1 was good. It wasn't. I lost my uncle, not due to COVID, but he really didn't understand. I didn't say lockdown 1 was good. Sorry you lost your uncle. Certainly didn't say lockdown 1 was good. I enjoyed significant elements of it, and I will miss it. Yeah, and I'm allowed to say that. I'm sorry for the loss of your uncle. Let's go to Dredge. Where's a ring? That's a proper ring.
Hello.
That's it. That's how it goes.
That's how what goes?
Phone calls.
Okay.
It's the onus is on the person who answers. And I know it's weird. It should be the person that phones up.
Before. Sorry.
The person who answers.
First-time caller.
The person who answers should be the one that speaks first.
What? So hold on a minute. So if you phone up somebody,
yes,
like to I don't know, get something from. I don't know what you would phone up for, but you might phone up somebody, and then when they answer, you're just silent.
No, because the onus is on the person who answers to break that silence. So yes, I would remain silent because, of course, you pick. Oh, the phone's ringing. Hang on. Hello. That's all it is. Or in Japan, mushy mush. That's all it is.
I think the thing is, when I used to phone in, like on the radio show, that it didn't happen like that. I had to be quiet because you were often talking to somebody else.
No. Yeah. What happened when you phoned in the radio show?
You were in the middle of
No.
You were often in the middle of a conversation.
What
so
happened?
I couldn't just come in.
This is a lie.
Hello?
Why are you lying? What happened when you... What happened? You're lying. Yeah. What happened when
you're arguing.
What happened when you phoned up the radio show is you would talk to, I don't know, Sam or whoever it was answering the phone.
It was Bernard. It wasn't Sam.
Right. And what would Bernard say?
Hello?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
We got it.
Yeah,
We're not talking about getting put through on air. That's that's not a phone call. That's pantomime.
No, it isn't.
So you've been hoisted by your own bastard. No, petard.
Bastard. I've been hoisted by my own bastard.
You've been hoisted by your own Bernard. Why do Americans say Bernard? Saint Bernard.
I don't know. They don't say Saint Bernard, do they, if it's a dog?
Yes, they do.
You're arguing again.
No.
So, what was that? I like that Beach Boys song that you were playing in the sort of intro section. That's Big Sur, isn't it? That's the new track.
Big Sur is the new track. I mean, it's been released before, but it's a different version from the Beach Boys box set, which I did order today. It was 90 quid, but I did order it. Even though I've gone off the Beach Boys, I find them really boring now. But
what do you mean you find them really boring?
Boring things, right? You know the Beach Boys. Well, them.
The boring boys, as I like to call them. But you can't. I mean, how come? What you've actually gone? But why have you ordered a £90 boring box set then?
Because I'm an addict, and if I don't, I will never sleep again.
And you need something to sleep on, do you? Or?
Yeah. Oh, you've just reminded me. May God bless you, John. I've got clean sheets on the bed tonight.
Again?
Every week, well, every week, every 2 weeks. But yeah, I've got clean. It's hot. I need clean sheets. I had a shower before the show. I'm just sat here in a pair of shorts, topless, and with wet hair because I had a shower before the show because it was so goddamn hot. I'm watching Your Honor, right? And I'm imagining.
You don't need to call me that. You don't need to call me that.
And I'm imagining it's the set. Bryan Cranston is still playing the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, but he's had a bit of his life has turned around a bit, and it's set in New Orleans.
What is this? Your Honor, it's called.
It's called Your Honor. It's a television show, and it is. It's all going along normally. Then I got to episode 7, right, and suddenly, no spoilers, but suddenly there's a court happening and there's a jury. And suddenly, with episode 7, for the first time, someone's wearing a mask and someone makes a reference to the virus.
And this hasn't been anything
No.
to do with the rest of the episode?
No, it hasn't. Now, I was reading up on it. Apparently, during the filming, they had to stop filming because of COVID. And I think Cranston, the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, got it. But then the rest of it, and I was like, what? I was doing the ironing, and it really caught me in my tracks. And but no one else is. There's no social distancing. There's no other masks. There's no other reference to it at all. It's the weirdest thing.
That is odd. And so, what is this like? This is a character. One of the main characters is suddenly wearing a mask.
One of the, not one of the main ones, but a prominent one, a juror.
That's really weird. That's like watching. I mean, what are they doing on things? I mean, they've stopped EastEnders of it. I don't know. I'm out of the loop with TV, but they don't make EastEnders now, I presume, because of COVID.
EastEnders is animated now, but it's not like
animated cartoon 60s style.
Yeah, it's not.
Anita Dobson singing "Sugar Sugar."
It's not. It's not like the Archies or Pixar. It's more like kind of the quality of Flushed Away or Box Trolls. It's that kind of.
It's a sort of Pixar EastEnders special.
Yeah,
that sounds brilliant. I'd watch that.
Mandy says it was an excuse to have a closed court. Yeah, it was, but they hadn't mentioned it before. Essex Gamer, you're boring us already, mate, with your Slovakian chat. No one cares. Dredge, what 6 minutes into this call, and I've yet to sink my teeth into your meat. I would like to correct that now, please. Expose your meat. My teeth are bared and are glistening.
I was going to ask you what the Beach Boys box set was all about. But clearly you don't know that because you just got 90
I know everything about
spare.
it. I've read loads about it. It's from Sunflower to Surf's Up.
Well, that's... Oh, yeah. Ah, okay. I get confused because Surf's Up was on Smile, which was before Sunflower, but this is very confusing now.
Well, but Surf's Up was on Surf's Up. Surf's Up wasn't on Smile because Smile didn't come out. Anyway...
Do you remember where you were when you first heard that song, Surf's Up? That is one of the few times that I remember where I was when I heard a piece of music.
Yes, I was watching a documentary about the Beach Boys and they played it and I thought, that's not very good.
Oh, but was that was just him playing it on the piano, I presume, not the full produced masterpiece.
Yeah, I was at home listening to a record.
Thank you, yeah. So you don't like that song?
I like Surf's Up, but done the full version.
Right. But not him just playing on the piano and going. You don't like
that version. I think is atrocious.
Yeah, I think that should have been cut out.
Yeah, I just timed you out, Essex Gamer, with your Slovakian nonsense. Timed out.
So I was going to ask you about that, and then I was going to ask you just a small point. I wanted to just, the group online that you do. How come you thought it went in a different way to? What way did you think it might go?
What are we talking about? Sorry.
You know the online group. I'm not a grown up.
Yes. Oh yeah.
What way did you think it was going to go? Just a matter of interest.
Whilst I was hosting it, which way did I think it was going to go? Is that your question?
Yeah. 7 minutes in, and there's the question.
8 minutes in. And it's partly my fault because I didn't really publicize it as much. I was not very confident in myself or in the idea, right? I thought it would grow a lot bigger, and I thought more people would come.
But would that not have made it more difficult to manage?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. That's interesting.
No, not at all. Yeah. Not at all. I thought more people would come. I wanted more people to come, and the mailing list is about 86 people, but 60 of them chose not to come. You know, and I wanted more people to come. Was but I also as I set it up, I realised that having a plan was pointless. There was no point in planning anything. The point was to see what would happen if I mentioned that I was doing this thing and gave an email address out, and then just let it happen. I deliberately did not try and shape it in any way. I thought that would be egotistical, and I just wanted to see what would happen. But I could have. One of the things where I feel I let myself down was by not promoting it more. I kind of did that half-heartedly, and it would have been interesting to see what could have happened if I did it more. But at some point in the line, some way down the line, I would like to organise something like that again, that would be perhaps... oh, by the way, someone's saying 26 is better than 0. No, but the implication there is I'm considering it a failure, and I'm choosing my language really carefully. I consider it a huge success. And it's not about... I'm not saying it would have been better with more people. That's what I expected. I was asked how did I think it would go, and I thought it would have more people. That's it. I'm not saying it's a failure. It's not a failure. I don't even know if it's a success. It is what it is. It is what it is, and that is good enough. And I'm very, very proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really good idea, and I support you in that idea. I just thought it was a really good thing to do, and I'm glad you've done it.
Thank you, man. It was. I feel like you've outed yourself as being.
Yeah, that's
Is that
fine.
okay?
I mean,
that's okay for a
absolutely
second.
fine.
Okay.
Absolutely fine. No,
Okay.
I mean,
Can
it was just really useful. I found it very useful.
May I ask, and you don't have to answer if you don't want.
Yeah,
but may I ask what you got out of it? What you have taken away from it?
It was just interesting to be able to not have to express exactly what I thought with no filters to somebody else, and I felt that expression was helpful because a lot of the time these thoughts, you know, for most people I imagine just thoughts go round in your head, and they either build up or they get, you know, you can get confused by them, and I just felt having a method to express them was a useful thing to do. Like, you know, you often come on the air and express your thoughts, and some people don't have that sort of outlet, and that was a useful outlet for me, and I think for other people.
Good. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you answering that, because I've deliberately, again, I never wanted the meetings to kind of disappear inside themselves. So that's why I never asked any questions in there. I just went in there and did it, you know, and it was. Oh God, I've got a dead leg.
What I like about, one of the things I like about what you do is that you're good at making things happen, and that was a positive thing, and it remains a positive thing.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you highlighting that.
Yeah.
All right. Nice one, Dredge.
All right, man.
I'll make something happen. I'll make you be in hospital with a bloody nose in a minute. How about that?
Yeah, I don't like that side of you so much.
Thank you very much indeed. 0203 286 6379. I've got to play some adverts. Busy shows this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 till 1-ish. Friday in the evening. Then maybe do another stream next Saturday. I enjoyed that stream last night. I might do a subathon on Saturday, where if we get like 5 people in the first hour, we do another hour, and if we get 7 people in the second hour, we do another hour. And on Thursday night, we're doing a paid, possibly it may not be happening, a paid promotional stream where I play a new game for 2 hours, and I encourage you to download it and play the first couple of hands. And if 80 of you do that, me and Catherine get $1,500. I mean, really. So that would be cool, but that's not 100%. 0203 286 6370. Yeah, the I'm Not a Grown Up meeting was really interesting. It was interesting. And at some point, you know, I'm training to be a counsellor, right? And my role in this meeting was merely as a facilitator. But at some point, it might be interesting to do something where it's like a group therapy.
Used to be in bed.
How dare you? Inimitable, dang. Oh no, it was Sketty Meatball. I don't know what just happened. Oh no, hang on a minute. Someone's donated. Oh, we've got the. What's going on here, guys? Let's have who's just donated here. Something has happened. Revenue history. Let's get this ball rolling, says Quiet Bloke. The new Dono Bar is for come July. I'm going to be doing some retro gaming streams, and I need to get a capture card. I need to get some bits and pieces. We're going to be doing some retro gaming streams, so that's what the donation's for. But it might be interesting at some point in the future to do something that's more like group therapy as opposed to kind of sitting around and not interacting as much. There's kind of an idea I've got in my head, but I need to go much further down the line. I tell you what I'd like to listen to. Does this podcast exist? And if not, I would like to do it. I can't do it now because I'm not trained. But I would love to listen to a podcast. Thank you, by the way, Quiet Bloke. That's very, very kind of you. I would like to listen to a podcast where every week it's an hour long and it's a therapy session with someone. Oh, did I say 890? It's 80. Sorry, Mandy. It's 80. 890 is a lot. It's 80. A podcast where doesn't that sound great, Catherine? Where every week it's a therapy session, and you might get 2 or 3 weeks with the same person, but actually I think it would be more effective if each week it was a different person. And Andrea says, Bumlick moment. I learned so much from Ian being precise with language. It's tempting to write something quickly in an attempt to be witty, but there's more important things in life. So thank you for letting me learn. Esther Perel's podcast, Jojo Fad is saying, let's have a look at that. Esther Perel. That would be an amazing podcast. Esther Perel, therapist, author, and speaker. She looks a bit like the lady who talks like that. I can't remember her name. Esther Perel. Let's have a little look. Esther Perel podcast. Let's see what this is about. Podcast series. Esther Perel podcast. Our original audio series takes you into the antechamber of intimate moments. Here we learn, explore, and experience alongside the couples who've been gracious enough to let us in. Oh, it's couples. Oh, it's couples. Oh, look. Oh, I just clicked to think. That could be interesting. When I Manic I Cheat, Series 4, Episode 6, Bipolar, Infidelity, Open Relationships. They're stuck in a world of loaded words. Her friends are convinced she should leave, but she doesn't want to follow in her father's footsteps. Wow. Okay, well, there's that. David Burns, not the Talking Heads, CBT podcast. That looks like it's just him talking. I don't really like CBT. I think it's a little bit... it looks like it's not quite what I'm after. No. So I might have a little look at that. Thank you. It will be a great podcast. I'd love to do it. I'd love to be the guy that did it. Okay. So today we're joined by Visionary Soup. Visionary Soup, we have an hour. What would you like to talk about? Boom, we're in. And then at the end it'll be, okay, well, we're at the end of our session. I'm not very good at ending the sessions. That's the thing. I don't really know. You're not supposed to say thank you. So I'm not very good at ending the sessions. But that would be cool, right? That would be a good listen. I see that Catherine has if you're a £20 and above in the air horn could be it. If you're a £20 and above in the Patreon, Catherine has done a new Euro Groovy where she plays some Euro Groovy music. It really is as simple as that, and it's. I've not listened to episode 2 yet. It's and it's well worth listening. Oh, I'm gonna click my back. Hang on. Oh, I can't. We've had some good calls tonight, but they've been few and far between. So I'm wondering what we should do. Dr. Anthony Clare was called In the Psychiatrist's Chair. All right, we'll have a look at those. I am feeling, I feel a little bit nauseous. If I'm completely honest with you, I feel a bit nauseous. I think these new pills and I'm about to up them again at some point next week. I think these new pills are having a little bit of an effect on me. So, as we have no calls, I am going to suggest... I've been feeling sick for a week, Catherine. I haven't I? It comes and goes. This heat isn't helping, but it comes and goes. I suggest we bring tonight to an end and that I have an early night and hope that I feel well enough for tomorrow. If I feel like this, we might call tomorrow off, Catherine. But let's see. I do feel quite sick. Yeah. All right. I think we're done. Thank you so much for your support. We are over 600 on Patreon. We might do a subathon show at some point in the week where we go on for an extra hour every time we get a certain amount of subs and with random giveaways to random subs and stuff. So thank you for that. Thank you for listening. Sorry we won't make it up to Alan Bezic. I do know that Vix and Sinjin are playing some games a little bit later on. I thoroughly recommend them. And I might go and throw up. That'd be something, wouldn't it? That'd be something. I'm feeling a little bit flat in terms of ideas. I need to come up with... I had a real rush of ideas, both Catherine and I did recently. We need to come up with some more. And boy, oh boy, come up with some more. We shall. Dear listeners, thank you for listening. Fingers crossed, we'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. May the gods bless you. Tutty bye.